right, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the 9:30 F1, Level 1 Vinyasa practice. My name is Lara, for those of you who I haven't had in class yet. Happy to see you all. It's probably hard to see, but I figured, you know what, all the students are going back to school. Let's put on our study hat. I have been inspired to start a 10-week class progression to teach the Yamas and Niyamas of yoga philosophy. So hopefully you can see it. I realize when I use the green marker, I should probably use something a little brighter. But when we think of yoga in the West, we usually always think of just movement, right? We think of the postures. But really, our yoga practice is a wide, vast experience. It's more than just coming to our mat and practicing. It's actually a way of living and a way of life. And so on the 8-limb path of yoga, this is Ashtanga yoga. This is really what was brought to the West. We have 8 limbs to our practice, and asana, postures, and breath, pranayama, are only 2 of the ways that we practice yoga. So I am starting a 10-week class progression teaching the yamas and the niyamas, which are basically the beginning of living your yoga off of the mat into the world. It's really how you live in accordance with your yoga practice. And some people could liken it to like the 10 Commandments or something. But all dogmas and religion aside, it's really about finding alignment, right? Being in alignment with yourself and then living in alignment with the outer world. So I'm going to introduce these week by week, and I welcome you to join for all 10 classes or just pop in when you're able. They do build upon each other, so each one kind of expands upon the next. But we're going to start with the yamas for the next 5 weeks, and the next 5 weeks after that, we'll study the niyamas. So how I experience it is the yamas are how we observe the outer world, and the niyamas are the opposite way. The yamas are how we treat ourselves, and then the niyamas are how we conduct ourselves in the outward world. So it might not make a lot of sense. You're like, what is this crazy thing? But I'm going to just slowly weave it into your understanding and also bring it into the body. So it's not just really intellectual, but how can you start to embody these principles so that, again, you can live your yoga off the mat into the world. So I'm going to have you start in child's pose today. Coming forward on your knees, toes together, knees wide, forehead on the mat. Lengthen your fingertips at the front as you allow gravity to soften the pelvis and hips towards the heels. Allow gravity to allow the heart to rest towards the mat. Just allow all the words that I spoke to simply fade away. As much as possible in this first pose, relax. Relax the forehead. Relax the arms, relax your hips, and begin the practice of arriving. Take a deep, full inhale through your nose and a gentle exhale breath out your mouth. Beautiful. 2 more, just like that. Inhale through the nose and out the mouth, empty. Great, last one at your pace, with your breath. Letting yourself arrive with each exhale. Begin to close the lips and cultivate that same intentional breath, but just in and out the nose. So again, pranayama is one of the limbs of our yogic path, breath control. Keep your attention anchored on your breath for the entire practice. Slow, deep inhales. Slow, deep exhales. So the yamas and niyamas may be thought of as guidelines, tenets, or ethical principles and disciplines. We think of them as the jewels because they are a rare gem of wisdom that gives direction to a well-lived and joyful life. The first 5 jewels are referred to as the yamas in Sanskrit, and that literally translates into restraints. And they are nonviolence, truthfulness, non-stealing, non-excess, and non-possessiveness. And today we begin our voyage with non-violence, the first rule as the foundation of all of the other guidelines. In Sanskrit, the word is AHIMSA. Just silently repeat that word to yourself, AHIMSA. The quality of non-violence. You take one more deep breath in and out the nose. And then gently press yourself up to a tabletop, coming to all fours. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Keep your eyes closed. And just start to find some movement that feels good in your body as you continue to arrive. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side or rolling the neck a little bit. So really our yoga practice and the Yamas and Niyamas are about self-awareness. Being connected to yourself and cultivating the awareness to notice what is happening in your body this morning, what is happening in your heart, what is happening in your mind, what is happening in your spirit. Just welcoming all of you here with full presence. Come back to neutral in the spine. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your chin and arch like an angry cat. Inhale, reverse the action, drop the belly, open the heart, spread the sits bones. And exhale, cat, press into the palms. Inhale, cow. 2 more rounds. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, expand and open. Next, exhale, come into downward dog. Tuck your toes and lift your hips high to the sky. So you're upside down V. So more importantly than straight legs, in our downward dog, we're looking for a neutral spine, a long spine. So if you notice that your upper back is rounding, just soften the knees a little bit and press further through the palms. And super important, relax any tension in the neck. So we want to release any unnecessary tension. Then find your breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Beautiful. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. One more breath, just like that. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then at the bottom of the exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. We take a ragdoll forward fold. Keep feet hip width. And just relax the spine forward. Again, release any unnecessary tension. That is really kind of the goal of AHIMSA, right? No unnecessary tension. Being kind and loving to ourselves and to each other. Clasp opposite palm to opposite elbow. And again, let the upper spine completely dangle. Might feel good to be completely still, or some of you might experiment with a little bit of rocking or maybe shaking the head a little bit. Creating space through the hold and through your breath, in and out the nose. And then gently release the fingers and then toe heel your feet together. Put a little bend in your knees, upper body soft, and slowly stand up. Press down through your feet. Activate your legs. And bring your hands to your heart center in a prayer position. Lift your sternum to the sky and soften your shoulders down your back. Maybe close your eyes. And just ask yourself silently, what does nonviolence mean for you? How do you conduct yourself? How do you behave, speak, and act towards yourself and towards others? Relax the palms down by your sides. Inhale, take the arms overhead, mountain pose, Tadasana. Spread your fingers wide. Melt your shoulders down the back. And then again, feel engaged. Belly's engaged, thighs are engaged. Strong and steady like the mountains. With the breath in. As you exhale, take a side stretch to the right. Right palm down, left arm up and over. If you want to, you can step left foot behind right. That'll just deepen the stretch through the left outer hip. And so lengthen up and over to the right. With your inhale, release, send the fingertips high. And then exhale up and over to the left. And right foot behind left if that felt good on the first side. And again, you arc and reach and breathe through the right ribs. Next inhale, come back to center, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bowing at the hips. And releasing and letting go of the head and neck. AHIMSA, non-violence. Inhale to a halfway lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades with the heart. And exhale, fold forward, release, and let go. Inhale, mountain pose, we flow with the breath. Rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, arc right. Inhale through center. Exhale, arc left. Inhale, rise upward. Exhale to the mat, forward fold, empty completely. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time through that flow. Inhale, mountain rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Great breath. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, arc right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the floor. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And change it up here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank position. Plant your palms and step your feet back. You're at the top of a push-up. Nice. Shoulders are over wrist. Shine the heart forward. Extend the heels back. Beautiful. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come all the way down to your belly, all the way to the mat. Nice control. Flip the tops of the feet. Keep palms under shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift the heart up. Nice. Little to no weight in the palms. Your elbows are tucking behind you like grasshopper elbows. Lift the heart one more inch. Katie, exhale, forehead down. Two more with the breath. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forehead to the mat. One more, maybe coming a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, forehead down. Tuck your toes. Firm up your thighs. Inhale, high plank. Strong push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog with hips to the sky. And again, more importantly than straight legs, long neutral spine. Press your heart towards your knees. Relax the tension in the neck. Deep, full inhale. Deep, full exhale. Together again, full inhale. Cleansing, powerful exhale. This time we inhale and look forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Once again, you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time, inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. Sit the hips back. Reach the arms up. Now, if this is ever too much on the shoulders, you can also lower the fingers. Have a shoulder injury. So sometimes I even like to bring hands to heart. So listen to your body. That is the journey of AHIMSA. It's not about forcing or pushing. It's about that deep, compassionate listening, honoring exactly where you are, And having courage to be exactly where you are, take 3 more breaths in and out the nose. Intentional, calming breath. Next, exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs, and melt forward. We'll stay for a couple extra breaths. Non-violence is really compassion, right? It's really, the flip side is self-love, other love, understanding, and space. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to a plank position. Now, whenever I cue chaturanga, know that you can always drop to the knees as a modification. You want to keep the heart shining forward. Together we inhale. As you exhale, lower halfway, elbows are in. Nice. Inhale, upward dog. So now it's a bigger back bend. You're on the tops of your feet. Knees are lifted, shoulders out of ears. As you exhale, come to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. If you've never done chaturanga, I'm going to suggest that you drop to your knees and just watch for this next set. We'll flow together. Inhale, high plank, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower halfway. Nice. Inhale, upward dog, bigger back bend, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Deep, full inhale. And again, a deep, full exhale breath. And non-violence is the first jewel, and it sits as the foundation to all of the other guidelines, which in turn enhance the meaning and flesh out the richness of non-violence. Non-violence is a stance of right relationship with others and with self that is neither self-sacrificing or I can't say this word, aggrandizement. This tenet guides us to live together, share the goods, and do what we want without causing harm to ourselves or others. With your inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose and stack shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lift the right leg high, and then exhale, step the foot forward, all the way between the palms. Come to fingertips. Drop your pelvis, lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Draw forehead towards the knee. 2 more times. Inhale, bend knee, lift heart. Exhale, straighten right leg. Again, inhale, bend knee. This time we'll stay. Exhale, forehead towards the knee. It's a modified pyramid pose. Allow your breath and your breath to go right into the sensation that you notice in the back of the right leg. And then begin to bend the right knee. Come back into the lunge. Inhale to warrior 1. Here, Vidrasana 1. So your hips face forward. You're grounding through the knife edge of the back foot. If that's too much on the back foot, you can come into crescent lunge on the ball of the back foot. So you can come a little bit deeper into the right knee. And then press further through the back heel. Feel those opposing directions. And knit the bottom ribs in so you're engaging the belly. And then feel bright through the heart. Spread your fingers wide. Take another breath all the way up to the fingertips. As you exhale, come into warrior 2. You can open the hips to the left side of the room. Make sure your front toes, your right foot points directly forward. Knee points directly forward, front knee. Lift again from the pelvic floor up to the heart. Spread your fingers wide. And in this posture, feel how you're like super engaged and present, but you're also soft and yielding. That's non-violence. With your inhale, lift your right arm up and back. Reverse warrior, lift and lengthen out of right hip. Soften the right shoulder away from the right ear. Again, take another inhale. Exhale, take chaturanga, high plank to mid plank. To upward dog, inhale. To downward dog, exhale. And if it's comfortable in your downward dog, close your eyes. Pratyahara, that's number 5 on our 8-limb path of yoga. It's the turning inward, again, connecting and building that self-awareness. Take a deep full inhale, a deep cleansing exhale. We move to the left side. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose and round the spine. Inhale, lift left. Exhale, step forward, lunge, long step. Left knee is over left ankle. You might need to take a couple steps to get there. And then again, you come to your tippy toe, excuse me, not your tippy toes, your fingertips. Drop your pelvis, lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, straighten left leg, forehead towards knee. With rhythm, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten leg. One more, inhale. Exhale, straighten left leg, and then again, hold. Modified pyramid pose. Again, pratyahara, go into the sensation and breathe into that space. Bend the knee, come back into the lunge. Ground the right heel. Warrior 1, rise skyward. So the hips again are facing forward. They might not be like perfectly square, but you're just energetically rotating hips forward without losing the ground of the right back heel. And again, there's this opposition. Deeply root into the feet and lift upward through fingertips. Imagine you can create space, like internally through stretching. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, warrior 2, open to the right. Yeah, you can readjust feet as needed. Left toes point forward, left knee points forward. Fingers float shoulder height. And you spread the fingers wide. So this also helps carpal tunnel, thoracic outlet, opening through the collarbones, through the fingertips. And again, you feel the quality of AHIMSA, of non-violence, of showing up without pushing or hurting, finding that gentleness. Next, inhale, reverse warrior, open your heart, lift left fingertips to the sky. Stay deep in the left knee. Nice, and soften left shoulder slightly. Deep breath, fill the heart. With the exhale, you release to chaturanga, high plank to mid plank. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. And perhaps close your eyes. So our yoga practice is really about balance, right? Balancing up and down, right and left, exertion and relaxation, sun and moon, masculine and feminine, right? We have all these oppositions in our life, fear and love. Yoga is the balancing of the opposites. And really, when we're in balance, we live harmoniously, right? We live in nonviolence as a natural state. Gently exhale the breath. Inhale, look forward Bottom of your exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Nice, JD. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, soften. Inhale, mountain pose, stand up tall like a mountain. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. And again, I invite you to close your eyes if it's comfortable. And then again, sense that feeling of balance. Okay, so when we're out of balance, that's when we snap, right? That's when we get mad at our partner, or snap at our children, or when we're not getting enough rest, or when we're not eating the right foods, right? That's what brings us out of balance. So when we're in a state of balance, peace is natural. Non-violence is natural. With the breath, we'll flow through that same sequence, moving a little faster, moving at your breath. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit deep, reach high. Exhale, forward fold, melt forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high plank to mid plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We take one breath in and one breath out. Inhale, lift right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, warrior one, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Do chaturanga, exhale. You can always drop to the knees if your shoulders need a break. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We take one breath in and one breath out. Inhale, lift left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, warrior one, strong. Exhale, warrior two, soft. Inhale, reverse. Your chaturanga or your variation. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your choice. You can choose to stay in downward dog. You can drop to your knees and come into child's pose. But I invite you to take honest inventory. Be honest with yourself through the tools of self-awareness. What is that place in your life where you can invite more balance? Maybe where you can be more loving towards yourself. Loving towards others. Bring that into your mind's eye, bring that into your heart. We'll flow one more time through that same sequence, breath to movement, dedicated to that place in your life that could use more harmony and balance, to embody nonviolence. Again, exhale your breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, together, inhale and let it go, exhale. Inhale, look forward, bottom of exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart, balance. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. We take one breath in and one breath out. Last time we flow. Inhale, lift right leg, make it count. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Your chaturanga, exhale. Up dog. Down dog. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale, lift left. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Warrior one, rise. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse. Through chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Again, inhale. And let it go, exhale. Inhale, look forward, bottom of exhale, step or hop there. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain rise. Exhale, against the heart and palms. Again, if it's comfortable, close your eyes. Just connect with the beating of your heart. Connect with the soles of your feet, balance beneath you. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, eagle. Draw right arm under left. Crossing the elbows and wrists. Or you can also just grab opposite shoulder. And lift right leg up and over. So you might just use your toe as a kickstand to start. Eventually, you might wrap the toes around the calf. Like a pretzel pose. We'll call it pretzel pose. It's very therapeutic. You're actually opening the major joints of the body and flushing the lymphatic system, which helps immunity. So squeeze the thighs, squeeze the forearms. Steady your gaze as you find your unique balance for 3, 2, release in mountain, straighten arms, straighten legs. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, Utkatasana once again, awkward squat. Left arm under, lift left leg up and over. Sometimes I feel like I'm Dr. Seuss. Lift left leg over. Squeeze the thighs. Squeeze the forearm and really feel the compression as again you open all the joints, ankles, knees, hips, elbows, shoulders, wrists. Deepen the breath as you balance for 3, 2, release, mountain pose. To hands, heart. Dancer's pose. Bring right elbow to right hip. Keep the palm facing up. You want to avoid flipping the palm. You can always use a wall if you need extra balance. Bend your right knee and reach for the foot. So the eye of the elbow faces out. Draw the knees together. And bring the left hand to the heart. And again, just to know, what does it mean for you to be in balance, right? Balance is not easy, especially in this world. Extend the left arm up to the sky. You might pause here. This could be your edge today. Otherwise, if you want more depth, inhale, lengthen space first. And exhale, kick back and up. Steady the gaze to support your balance. Again, listen non-violently to where your edges. Your pose will look different than mine, will look different than your neighbors. It's about your path, your journey. Keep kicking. Last 3, stay with it. 2, release softly, feet to the mat, palms to the heart. Once again, feel the heart beating and feel your feet balanced beneath you. Left side, bring left elbow to left hip. Reach back, clasp the left foot. Draw the knees together. Imagine that you have like a plumb line through the middle of your body. And you can stay here or extend right arm up. Maybe you want to hang out here today, otherwise inhale, length. Exhale, kick back and up. So the kick is really what holds you taut. So keep kicking the left foot back. Reach the right arm forward in opposition. Find your balance, non-violence. For 3, deep breaths. 2, softly exhale, release. Feet to the mat, palms to the heart. This time take an inhale through the nose. And then exhale out your mouth. So that in the cardiovascular posture, you can feel the heartbeat. Just as we strengthen the other muscles, we're also strengthening the heart muscle, the place of nonviolence. One more balancing posture, tree pose. Shift your weight into your left foot. Bring the right sole of the foot up, either towards the shin or towards the inner thigh. You open the right knee a little bit to the right. Soften the sacrum down as you engage the belly that supports the low back. Again, listen to your body today. You might want to keep the palms at the heart. Some of you might express the branches, finding a mudra or a hand gesture. One of my favorite is Hakini mudra, as the tips of the fingers touch. You can find any expression that feels good for you today. Gently transition, palms to heart, feet to the mat. Opposite side, ground through the right foot. Bring the left sole of the foot up, avoiding the inner knee, so above or below the knee. And open the knee to the left. As you drop the tailbone, engage the belly. Steady the gaze at one spot. We call that our drishti, our yogic focus through the eye gaze. And yes, as you are, you can extend the branches and any expression through the hands that feels right for you. Gently release. Feet to the mat, palms to the heart. And maybe eyes can close. And bow your chin to your heart, acknowledging the wisdom of nonviolence and all of those who have taught it before us. Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Paramahansa Yogananda, all of our teachers, Jesus, Buddha. Inhale, mountain pose, reaching up. Exhale, side stretch right. Back into our flow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rising. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high plank to midhead. Move it out. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful pose, everybody. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step forward to a lunge. We're going to add on to that sequence. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Where we're going to add, exhale, extended side angle. Draw right elbow to right inner thigh. Top hand either at 12 o'clock or fingertips can stretch forward towards the front of the room. Rotate your palm down towards the mat. And really roll the left shoulder onto the back. Soften any tension in the mouth, in the face. Breathe in and out the back of the throat. Next, inhale, 5-pointed star, rising. Pivot your toes towards the left side of the room. Even pigeon toe just a little bit. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Release the crown of your head towards the mat. So you might just rest your palms on the ground. Other you might bring the weight forward just a little bit. Ball your feet. And clasp the outer edges of your feet. Create space on the inside out through breath. Bring the palms under your shoulders if you're not already there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Press through your feet and then inhale, rise with a straight spine all the way up to standing. Nice. Shorten the distance between the feet so you have like 3 feet between heel to heel. Pivot towards the front of the room. Preparing for fountain of youth pose, like my favorite pose. Right hip back, left hip forward. Take the arms overhead. Push the palms across one thumb over the other. Inhale, again, more space and length. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Gaze at your belly. And connect your forehead towards your knee. So you might need to bend your right knee to actually connect those points. You can keep the palms in prayer for added challenge of balance, or just tent the fingers on either side of the foot. And then really glue the chin to the chest. That compression is stimulating thyroid, also pituitary glands, balancing the sleep and wake cycles and hormones. So compress and breathe. I promise there's magic in these pretzel poses. Bring the palms back to prayer. Very slowly press through the front foot and rise up to standing. The chin will be the last thing to unravel. Simply step left foot to right, arms right side. You see if you can sense the subtle flow of energy and blood into your body. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, melt to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, simply step back, downward facing dog. Lift. Left side, inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step forward to a lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Changing it from here. Exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee. Rotate the heart to the ceiling. Ground and press through the back foot. Expand across the collarbones. First, again, exhale all the breath. With an inhale, 5-pointed star. Pivot the toes again towards Main Street. It seems counterintuitive here, but the more flexible you are, the closer the feet come. The less flexible, the farther away the feet. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, melt forward. Important to keep a little bend in the knees if you're hypermobile. And then again, you let go of the neck. Reach the crown of the head to the mat. And breathe up and down the spine. Bring palms under shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to hips. Strong legs, straight back. Inhale, rise up. Nice. Shorten the distance between feet. Pivot towards the front of the room. So if the hips are not square, you can just move the left foot a little bit to the left. It's like the inner thighs are spiraling inward. Take the arms overhead. This time, opposite thumb on top, one that feels less habitual. Inhale, lengthen space. Exhale, dive inward, chin to chest, gaze at the belly, forehead towards the knee. Palms in prayer or fingertips on the mat. Glue the chin to the chest. Continue to stay anchored with your breath. Palms come back to prayer. Very slowly press through the front foot. Stand up, vertebra by vertebra. Chin is the last thing to come undone. Nice slow transition. Right foot to left, palm side to side. Again, just sense, feel the blood coming back into the places that were just compressed. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to a seat. And then lie all the way onto your back. Constructive rest pose. Draw the feet a little wider than hip width. And then let the knees fall together. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Moving into our hip opener, figure 4. Draw the feet back to hip width. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Reach through and clasp either the back of the left hamstring or the front of the left shin, whatever variation works for your body. So what I like about this hip opener is we can practice AHIMSA, we can practice non-violently. Again, going towards our edge without pushing too far, without being violent to ourselves. And again, send the breath right into the hip. Developing compassion. It's the practice of AHIMSA. One more full breath in through the hip. And gently release. Draw both of your knees into your chest just to level the sacrum and the hips. And then switch, figure 4 opposite side. This time left ankle, top of right thigh. Reach through and clasp the hamstring or the front of the left shin. And then you control the depth, right? So pulling the left knee in. Self-compassion is really the root of AHIMSA. So that when we can have that self-compassion for ourselves, that peace and that balance, it just spills over into all that we do and all that we be. And one more breath in and out the hip. And then uncross the legs and draw the knees into the chest. Preparing for bridge pose. Setu Bandhasana. Plant the feet hip width. Toes forward. Press down through your feet. Scoop your pelvis up to the sky. And then shuffle the right shoulder, left shoulder underneath you like a shelf. And perhaps clasp the palms if that's available and accessible for your body. Keep lifting the hips, strengthening the thighs, but relaxing the glutes. Relax the tension in the booty. And again, we transition slowly, unshuffle the shoulders, bring the upper spine down, mid-spine, nice, tailbone to the mat. And come into Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees wide, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. If that's too much on the low back, you can again come back to constructive rest, the feet flat, knees together. Ultimately, we have just one moral duty: to reclaim large areas of peace within ourselves, more and more peace, and to reflect it towards others. And the more peace there is in us, the more peace there will also be in our troubled world. And gently draw your knees again into the chest. Give the shins a little hug. Rock from right to left, gently massaging the kidneys and adrenal glands into the mat. Being gentle and loving. AHIMSA. And then you start to rock forward and backward along the length of the spine, massaging out the spine. And rolling up to a seat for a seated forward fold. Let the legs extend forward. And then if you check in with your low back, the back is rounding. Just bend the knees a little bit and brighten through the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Clasp the feet, the ankles, the toes, whatever is here. And draw inward. Pratyahara, go inward. Self-exploration, self-awareness. Press through the arches of the feet. Draw the pinky edges of the feet back towards your face. And then again, breathe that deep, steady ujjayi breath up, down the spine. And lift your heart. And come all the way onto your back again. And happy baby pose, clasp the feet. Take your feet and knees wide. Press your sacrum and low back into the mat. Embodying balance. Embodying balance and courage. Living from the heart is the key of AHIMSA. And draw the knees to touch and give yourself a little hug. Once again, this time we'll take eagle-legged supine twist. Draw your right leg over your left. Extend the arms out wide, like capital T. Drop your knees to the left. And if it's comfortable on the neck, turn your chin to the right. And start to let go of effort. Let the muscles soften away from the bones, and let the bones start to drop down, down into the mat. And start to release back to center. Uncross the thighs, plant the feet hip width on the ground, and then lift the hips a couple inches off the mat, and then place the hips back down. And transition eagle-legged supine twist, opposite side. So this time, left leg over right, drop knees to the right, allow the chin to fall left. And then maybe for the remainder of your practice, you can keep your eyes closed. Again, that fifth limb, pratyahara, plugging into yourself, cutting out the distractions and staying internal. As you continue to surrender and let go deeper, preparing for your final relaxation. And unravel back to midline and cross the legs. This time, draw both knees into the chest and contract into a small ball. Draw forehead to knee, flex your toes, engage the pelvic floor, engage the belly, squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Take an inhale. As you exhale, expand, release, and let go into Shavasana. Yeah, let the arms come out a little bit, palm space open. Relax any tension in the legs, let the toes splay open. And for the next few minutes, just completely empty. Relax as much as possible. And Shavasana is the gift that you give yourself at the end of your practice to receive all of the therapeutic value, all the benefit, all the poses you just practiced. Like a sponge, allow yourself to receive the healing benefit of your practice, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. My invitation for you in your exploration of AHIMSA in your life for this whole week, pretend that you are complete. There is no need to expect anything from yourself, or to criticize or judge or change anything about yourself. No need to compete with anyone. No need to be more or less than you are. And just notice the kindness, the patience, and the non-violence you can embody towards yourself for 1 week. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And then wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale all of the air, push it out completely. Take a deep breath in. And when the lungs are full, hold. Maybe find a little more. Exhale out your mouth. Deep reset for your week. Begin to find small movements in the fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe rock the head a little bit, start to wake up the spine slowly, being gentle. And then roll to the right side in a fetal position. Knees bent. You can use the bottom right arm as a pillow. And then recall that place in your life, right, where you can invite more balance, to embody more loving compassion and ahimsa. And make the commitment to yourself that your practice is not only the four corners of this mat, but it's how you act and be in the world, in a world that needs us to be in practice. Use your arm strength to press yourself up to a seat, sitting up nice and tall. Crossing the legs, bringing the hands to the heart. Just a ritual to complete our practice, bowing the chin to the heart, again, the place of nonviolence, place of compassion. We recognize this place as the center of our being, and when we can live from this place, we embody balance. Bow forward to seal our practice. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for being open. Thank you for listening to my cues, for trusting me as I guide you on your practice. Let me know if you have any questions. I love to talk about yoga. Any alignment cues or philosophy, I'm game. And the book that I have been reading from is called The Yamas and Niyamas, Exploring Yoga's Ethical Practice by Deborah Adele. It's really palpable and really easy. It has a chapter on each of the Yamas and Niyamas, and I really like it. So if you're interested in more, check it out. And hopefully we'll see you next week. So nonviolence is this week. Next week is Satya, which is truthfulness. Have a great weekend. You're welcome. Namaste. Those of you who are at home, I want to see.
Thank you, Lara.
Bye.